First, let me congratulate the members of the tribunal for taking up the responsibility that the Constitution demands of me whenever a matter like this arises. I must commend that the tribunal has discharged its responsibility with care and with utmost adherence to the provisions of the law and the Constitution, and as is required of all of us in our respective mandates. Each and every one of us has a duty to ensure that we do with a lot of integrity that which is required of us by the law. Kenya is a country that is proud of its democratic credentials, of our constitutionalism, and obedience to the rule of law. And as the Constitution provides, all of us are subject to the Constitution. And all of us are equal in the eyes and in the balance of the Constitution. And everybody's right, the rights of the petitioners are guaranteed by the Constitution. The rights of everybody else, including those who are accused or petitioned against, is equally protected by the law. And I want to, in a very special way, congratulate this tribunal. It confirms the balance of the law. And all of us, by submitting ourselves to the law, by submitting ourselves to processes that are provided for by the law, does not amount in any way to admitting either guilt or breach of whatever provisions of the law. You have discharged your responsibility in accordance with what you were presented to, and you have arrived at a determination of the matter, and therefore myself and the rest of the people that have a responsibility over this matter will pick it up from there and move it to the next step. So to you, as members of this tribunal, first I must say thank you very much for taking up this responsibility. I know always it is not a simple matter to adjudicate on a matter like this, especially on a matter touching on members of our judiciary. But the fact that members of our judiciary are equally subject to interrogation confirms to us the balance of the law insofar as all Kenyans are involved. So I must say congratulations to all of you. The Secretariat have discharged their responsibility in the best way that they could. Even when it became necessary to appoint new members by virtue of the appointment of other members into other positions, it didn't in any way affect the work of the tribunal. And therefore, this morning, we come to a conclusion of the tribunal's responsibility. And Mr. Chairman and your team, I want to say thank you very much for taking up this responsibility and putting in your very best to arrive at the decision that you have. I commend all the other members, and just to confirm to the people of Kenya that Kenya shall continue to be the country that we all want it to be, the country of the rule of law. And all of us, irrespective of who we are, will submit ourselves to the rule of law in whatever manner, and the law has a way of making sure that everybody's interests and everybody's rights are protected.
The tribunal's mandate, Your Excellency, as contained in the Gazette notice, was to consider the 4 petitions submitted by the Judicial Service Commission for the removal of Honorable Mr. Justice Mohammed Noor from office and inquire into the allegations therein. In discharge of its mandate, the tribunal was required to, among other things, prepare and submit a report and its recommendations. Your Excellency, having considered the allegations as framed in the list of allegations and summary of evidence in light of the totality of the evidence tendered and the applicable law, the tribunal found as follows. 1. Allegations 1, 2, 3, 12, and 13 were not established. There was delay, but it was satisfactorily explained with reasonable justification and thus did not amount to gross misconduct. Allegation 4 was not substantiated. Reasons were not recorded or forwarded to the Honorable Chief Justice, but the omission did not amount to gross misconduct. Allegation 5 was not proved. Reasons were not recorded or forwarded to the Honorable Chief Justice, but the omission did not amount to gross misconduct. Allegation 6 was not proved. The delay in response was due to the Honorable Judge's absence from station, and he responded at the earliest opportunity. Allegation number 7 was not proved. It was not the Honorable Judge's responsibility to issue notices for the delivery of judgments. Allegation number 8 was not proved. The delay was explained, and lack of ability and fitness, hence incompetence, was not established. Allegation number 9, the tribunal had no jurisdiction to inquire into the particular matter because it fell within the judge's discretion. Allegation number 10 was not proved. It was conceded that the orders issued were not conflicting. Finally, allegation number 11 was not established because the Honorable Judge released the file after corrections and the petitioner was able to file the notice of appeal. Your Excellency, under that careful consideration and the finding that we have made on allegations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 13 have not been proved to the required extent, we find that the judge's conduct was not in breach of the Judicial Service Act, Code of Conduct and Ethics Regulations 2020, and did not amount to gross misconduct contrary to Article 168, 1B and E of the Constitution. In accordance with Article 168, 7B of the Constitution, we therefore, Your Excellency, recommend that Your Excellency do reinstate the Honorable Judge to the office of Judge of the Environment and Land Court. We therefore now have the honor, Your Excellency, to submit the report and to express our deep gratitude for the trust that you bestowed upon us. Thank you, Your Excellency.